My name is Jen. Welcome to my channel. I'm on a journey of transformation, self-discovery, and self-love, and I would love for you to join me on that journey, so come along. Hi guys, so it is week 13 this week of my keto weight loss journey, and I am so glad to have you here with me. Hope you're all doing well. It is my Wednesday weigh-in. That's when the video airs, but I'm recording it now on Monday afternoon. Just to give you a little update on how we're doing. This past week was a bit of a crazy week. My refrigerator died on Tuesday. I have been fighting with LG. It's less than 2 years old. I have been fighting with LG for pretty much all weekend about having them get somebody out here to fix it. And they cannot get anybody out here in a time that I think is suitable. So pray for me, people. We have no refrigerator until they get it fixed, which is right before Thanksgiving. So that's gonna be fun. But I guess in the big scheme of things, it really is not that big of a deal. It's just a minor inconvenience. Okay, a major inconvenience for us during a global pandemic. Anyway, so we had that break. I found out on Thursday I was exposed to COVID-19. Remember that hike that almost killed me a couple weeks ago? That hike, which is continuing to almost kill me, had one of our participants later tested positive for COVID. So far, I've tested negative, and all of the people on the hike have no symptoms. Nobody has any symptoms yet. So we are keeping our fingers crossed, saying our prayers, and waiting it out a couple more days, hoping that it was not a super spreader event and that everybody's safe. So far so good. So that happened, and so I was panicking, trying to figure out what to do, get myself tested. Should I get all my family tested that was on the hike? What should we do? And it's just I think we're all suffering, we're all enduring from pandemic exhaustion. I think we're all just exhausted of all of the precautions and requirements and fear and just everything that's been happening around this whole virus is just, we're exhausted. Fatigue, that's what I was looking for. We're all enduring pandemic fatigue. And unfortunately, we have to just keep going. We can't just say, well, I'm done, I'm giving up, I'm surrendering. We can't just do that. So here we are. What do you think about my eyeshadow? You know, I always come on here talking about other things, my hair, my eyes. This is L'Oreal. It was on clearance at Target, and I'm not quite sure. It's a little sparkly. You know, I do love a sparkle. I'm not gonna lie. Anybody who knows me knows I love a sparkle, but I think it's kind of cute. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know down below. It's a liquid. It's a liquid eyeshadow. So yeah, it's great. Wearing my Bare Minerals with a little highlighter. Look at that. Ba-chow, ba-chow. I was gonna do a makeup tutorial, but I just wasn't feeling it today. So we're just gonna do an update. Anyway, here we are. Week 13. COVID. Refrigerator broke. And it was my baby's 10th birthday. My baby turned 10 years old on Saturday, and I don't even know how that happened. For those of you who know, Mark and I, my husband, we dealt with infertility for about 6 years. We struggled to try to have a baby and took a break. And during that break, we became parents through adoption, through the wonderful gift of foster care to adopt. And her birthday, while it is always a joyous occasion, is also a little bittersweet, because right out there somewhere is a birth mother who is who's lost something, who's lost a baby, who's lost her daughter. And even if she were to have given up her daughter of her own free will, or to have placed her daughter into someone else's care of her own free will, that's still a painful loss that many birth mothers experience. And so I think about her on that day, and I grieve for her and all the joy that she's missed in Sophie's life. So It's always a little bittersweet. Sophie really doesn't talk about it yet, but I see some of those wheels starting to turn in her mind, but that is not what this video is about either. So let's keep going here. So it was my daughter's birthday, and because of the coronavirus, we could not have the big 10-year blowout that we had been planning for years. So my daughters only have a big party on their first, 5th, 10th, 15th birthday, and probably 18th, or every 5 years they have a big party. You know, no holds barred, big party for those events. And we were planning on something great and we didn't have anything. So we tried to do something, a little at-home party, which was great. She had all her favorite things, Taco Bell, and we had a campfire. We had just time together as a family, and we spoiled her with gifts. You know, we tried to buy her feelings to try to make her feel better. So mommy and daddy got her lots of wonderful things, but she had birthday cake. And I am again faced with the dilemma, or the decision. I'm not going to call it a dilemma because it's not a dilemma. It's a decision, people. And every day we are faced with decisions and we have to make it. And I decided that I was going to have cake. And remember, I didn't cheat. It was my decision. And I was going to eat it. So Friday was stressful because that was the day I was getting tested. My refrigerator, I found out they couldn't fix it and had to send somebody else, and they weren't going to send anybody for another week. And so it was just a rough day Friday. And I don't want to say that I ate anything not keto. But I ate a lot of things. So if you check out my video from my haul video, I had purchased these crackers from Costco and this keto granola, and I ate probably more than a portion of both of those. So I went a little overboard. Normally one of my triggers for anxiety is either overeating or undereating. So when I am emotional or stressed, I either stop eating altogether or I binge. And so I had turned on the eating machine on Friday, and I knew I just kept eating and wasn't hungry. I kept eating and wasn't hungry. And I stuck with keto food Friday, so that was good. But I just ate more than my body required. You know, I ate beyond the feelings of hunger. I was just eating to compulsively eat. And if you have experienced that, you know what I'm talking about. You were just stuffing down the feelings that I was feeling with the anxiety of COVID, the anxiety of the refrigerator, the anxiety of my daughter's birthday, and all those things. I was using food to suppress emotions. And you don't even realize you're doing it. We get so good at self-medicating with food that we don't even know that we're doing it. And it took me years of therapy to figure that out. I'll tell you. So I kind of knew. I was like, oh, I'm having a bad day. But I wasn't going to let that have a worse day. I didn't let that affect me in any way that made anything that gave me, and I didn't have any guilt. Let me just say that. I had no emotional baggage about what I was doing. I recognized what I was doing. I knew what I was doing, and I stopped it about dinner time. I kind of figured it out. I was like, okay, put the crackers away, put all this food away. I know I'm emotionally eating, and it's not serving me because I'm still feeling all this crap. I talked to one of my girlfriends Friday night. I was like, I just feel like crap. And then I watched This Is Us, and that's so sad. And I'm like, why am I so sad? I'm just so sad over everything in this world. It's just so sad. Anyway, so Saturday I woke up with a better head on my shoulders, and we had tacos and chips and cake, and none of those were keto. And so I made a little keto pizza for myself and my husband, and we had that. But at the same time, I almost had chips. I was like, do I want chips? I really do love that. I love Funyuns. We have like the variety pack. I really love a Funyun. And I didn't have it. I said, no, I told myself, no, but I'm going to have a piece of cake. And I'm going to have the biggest piece of cake that I want. And I'm going to enjoy it because it was delicious birthday cake from Wegmans. And I had the cake. We served the cake and I had a piece. And Charlotte said, Mom, you're eating cake? I'm like, yeah. She's like, that's not keto. And I said, I know. She's like, oh, I remember what you told me. You told me that for special occasions, you will allow yourself to eat carbs. I was like, yep, that's right. This is a special occasion. And on this special occasion, I will choose to have sugar and carbs, more carbs than I normally have. And so I had a piece of cake and it was delicious. And I even got the piece of cake with the big flowers on it because I wanted all the sugar. I'm going to eat like a month's worth of sugar in one in one sitting. Turns out I didn't eat all of the sugar because it was too much. I was like, I could taste it. I could feel it in my body. As soon as that sugar hit my blood system, I could feel it. And it was not a good feeling. You know, first you get the rush and then you get the slug. So I had one piece of cake. I enjoyed every bit of it. There is still some cake in the refrigerator that has been talking to me today. And so far, I have been able to resist it. And I'm praying that the rest of my family eats it before I lose some self-control, self-power. So I had the cake. I ate the cake. And I was like, well, you know what? The scale might, it might show me my eating for this Friday and Saturday. It might reflect some of the choices I made. And you know what? That's okay. That is okay because it's not about, it's about the whole journey, right? It's about the process, not the destination. And so I fully recognized that the scale might look different today, and I was at peace with it. So what did the scale look like? Let's get into the numbers here. All right, here are my numbers. You can say nothing is really changing inches wise, and I'm still always a little confused about what about the measure, tape measure. I'm trying to be consistent with where I put it, but not much is going on. Now those hips, again, I don't know what's going on with the hips. I don't know. So I did lose 1 inch in my hips and 1 inch in my chest according to this week's measurements, but it can all change. Next week it might be different. And the big news is that this week I lost 3.6 pounds. I don't know. I can't believe it. I know that I remember at the beginning of this when I started keto back in like August, September, I was having slow losses. I was having, and I was getting a little frustrated and I was getting kind of down because I was up and down. I was up and down, and I was starting to feel really frustrated and second guessing myself, wanting to throw in the towel or try something else. And then all of a sudden I started intermittent fasting and it just kicked into high gear. I don't know if it just took my body 6 weeks, but about week 6 is when things just really kind of flipped on, and consistently I'm losing. So I remember last week I only lost 0.6, which gave me 25-pound weight loss. And then this week I had a huge loss of 3.6 pounds. And so next week I anticipate I'll have a minimal loss. And then the following week I will have a massive loss again. So, which also means there's Thanksgiving in there somewhere. So I'm beginning to make plans for Thanksgiving. Are you making plans for Thanksgiving? What are your plans? I had anticipated maybe doing some keto dishes, but I'm going to be honest with you people. I am so tired. I'm just tired of cooking for all these people in my house. And I know that I will have to cook one meal for myself and my husband, and then one meal for all the non-keto people. And I am almost of the opinion I'm just going to cook one meal for everybody, and people eat what they eat. And I might eat bread, I might eat gluten, I might eat, stuffing. There'll be flour in the gravy, and it just is what it is because I just can't cook 2 of everything. I can't make a keto stuffing, a non-keto stuffing, a keto gravy, a non-keto gravy. I just don't have the bandwidth to do that. So, yeah. Do you have any help? Do you have any advice for me? Do you have any ideas? I just don't know. There's lots of great recipes out there. I've seen a couple, but that's where I am right now. So that's what I'm doing. Let me know what you're doing. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? How's it going for you? So, as always, thank you for joining me for this week's weigh-in, week 13. I hope you are doing well on your journey, whatever that may be. Make sure to leave me a note in the comments below. Give me a chat. Make sure to leave me a message in the comments below to let me know how you're doing. If you have any great recipes, please share them with me. As always, remember to give me a big thumbs up, ring that bell, hit the subscribe button. All right, friends, until we meet again, until our next video, remember to love one another, but most importantly, you love yourself because you deserve it. Bye-bye.